Good morning, everybody. Just waking up. I'm gonna do a quick walkthrough and I'll check this out. Plant Goals had a paint turn yesterday. Look at that window. It was all hand painted. Looks great. So, what are we doing? Okay. Sorry, I'm just a little slow going. I messed my back up doing all this shit, so I'm just a little bit slow right now. So this guy's gonna get moved to the back. This is a dump run. Sink's gonna get put back when the plumber is here on the... Good morning. Sink's gonna get put back when the plumber is here on the 29th and... No, 30th and 1st. So is that 2 weeks? I'm gonna shut this one off. Okay, back to this, sorry. Plumber's here on the 30th and the 1st. So he's going to plumb this up, the bathroom vanities and new toilets and water supplies and all that. But the rough-in's done. And then plumb in this big guy back into its space. But on the 24th and 25th, the flooring guy comes back to put on the commercial floor in here. It's not the same as this. It's like a different thing. So I'll have to clear this all out in here. Gotta clear all this out. As you can see, we are kind of a mess. But I mean, it is what it is, so still wanted to do my walkthrough. Pushed all this stuff aside for the... Oh, did he give me a switch? Yeah, he did. Thanks, dude. All right. I didn't have a switch there yesterday. I had to use the little click, click, click thing. So yeah, no more breaker on-offs for the back room. That's great. This is the wiring. It's cleaned everything up. Coffee line, and it'll get its own box and then go to the panel. This is a spare that they're going to probably just eliminate. But yeah, I mean, there she is. I've got to mud and tape the other half of this after I fix up here, and then I move into the back room. And then those are the fan motor line, I think. And what's this? Makeup air fan. So that's the green guy on the other side of here. And then this absolute beast, look at this thing. This big chunky fella there is coming into this. So it's a hell of a thing. Even the electricians were surprised at what this unit needed to be for city requirements. So it's in. It crosses all the T's and stuff, and then they are going to ramp it right down, so it's not pulling like, I don't know, it's a stupid number. So they're gonna make it a less stupid number for me, because we don't need it to be 1,000 degrees in here, and we don't need to electric heat the back room when I have a furnace that runs. See? So yeah. Anyways, that's there's a thermometer tied to it and everything, so it's all good. Next step back here is to clean all of this stuff out and then paint it. But I'm just working on repairs on the ceiling and the attic still, and the back room. Yeah, so power is, I mean, that looks pretty close to done to me. So power's good. This HVAC stuff's all done, except for the fan switch up on the roof. But we have to talk to the fire suppression people who I have called, and I'm just waiting to hear back. And I'm waiting for a gas quote. There. I'm waiting for a gas quote to hook up all my equipment, which, holy shit. I don't know if anybody's ever worked in a kitchen, and I mean, I know gas lines, and I know, like they're rubberized, usually blue or yellow or orange. I've seen. I was usually in a kitchen for weird reasons in my career days, like deep cleaning or disinfecting or whatever. So I would notice this stuff, but I didn't. I never bought it before, and those hoses are like $300 a piece. So times four. So I have two of them. So at least I can. I mean, it is what it is, but holy shit, $600 for two gas lines is surprising. But again, everything costs. I mean, if we were on our original budget and I didn't have the help of my landlords and I didn't have them increasing my rent to cover the HVAC, and if I didn't have any kind of basic skill set for this space, we would have been. I'm still kind of feel like I'm kind of fucked. Money is. I think I'm probably blown about half the budget now that I had. Not blown, spent, and it's been. I knew I had to be very picky about what I do, what I buy, what I get. I have to be a little creative on how we get to where we need to be. And I gotta be a little quiet about what I'm doing because some of it like the other day, for example, and because this is a paid channel, it's pretty private for me right now anyways, I just replaced all the plugs and switches. All of them. Like, there was a bunch, like 10, 12 plugs, all standard 15 amp, and there was 5 switches, all standard 15 amp for the lights and stuff. And some plugs were different, and I know what I'm doing, but I'm not an electrician. I mean, you work on your house and stuff, and have people check it to make sure it's safe and whatever. I've done that kind of stuff, so I know that it's all good, but you're not allowed to do that. So I did it the day the electricians were here. So if we had a city inspector come in and all the panels were open and all the electrical boxes are being worked on and stuff, right? And the power to the building is off. So they had that power off all day, and they have to announce when we would just have to wait for hydro to come back to hook it up. So I knew that building's dead, so safe. But also, if city inspectors show up, oh, you need to go talk to those electricians. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I mean, you're talking about $129 an hour times 2 guys. I can't do it because the plugs are broken. 4, 5, 6 hours of wiring on top of I already have to pay them to run extra lines for me off the panel, which that's my expense because I'm the one putting the coffee maker in. So I'm not arguing about it. But having to pay another $1,000 because all my switches and plugs are 40 years old and broken and fucked. It's okay, yep. So same with the plumbing. When my plumber was here, he said, "Hey, my apprentice can go to another job if you help me. You want to help me?" And I said, "I can if you need me to." He goes, "It'll save you a lot of money." And I said, "Well, I will see you tomorrow at 7. So, it's as long as the important stuff is being done by the important people, I don't mind doing the roughneck stuff, like the roughneck. Is that that's not even the word. Anyways, I'm just rambling on my phone now, drinking my coffee, trying to avoid doing all this work. I think going up and down on the ladder, doing all the lights, because none of the lights have gang boxes. None of them. So every light fixture I've touched just has raw wire coming through with Moretz on the end. And it's holy shit. This wasn't even code 20 years ago. So I think 98, because all of the newspaper they used to insulate around the electrical boxes with open raw wiring with no gang boxes, switches were mudded in place, but there's no metal in behind them. So I cut it all out and fixed it, but guys, holy shit. And what did they use to keep it in place? The Peterborough Examiner from 1998, and then they just mudded it. Here, I'll show you. So there was a wire that came down here This hasn't been painted, but I fixed it. There was a wire that came down here and ran to this light with no box, this light with no box. Now, there was no lights here. It was just wires coming through the roof, if you remember. So there's a wire here, there's a wire here, there's a switch. We ran a nice light outside. This one had no box. Now it does. See? In place. It needs a little mudding and some fixing and some paint. This one is the last one in here that hasn't. So when you take that box off there, it's just a wire coming through. No metal, nothing holding it in place, no electrical tape, no nothing. They just took the wires, twisted them together with a cap and stuck it in the ceiling. And it's just like, okay. So we just fixed it all, you know? It's insane how fucked up this place is. And the next thing we need to do is this bathroom, because it's just been kind of a landing area for large pools and stuff like that. So I've got the bottom part insulated. I'm going to fix this plastic up, drywall it. Plumber needs access here, so we're going to leave that, but then I can start closing all this stuff up. At least I can close the bottom 4 feet, you know? And then over here, I got all that drywall fixed along the bottom of the wall. I'll put some of that blue stuff in because they're resistant, and we'll have a trim piece that goes up to waterproof it. I've got to hook up the light and fan above my dough station. I need to... What else do I need to do? I mean, that seems like it. But anyways, I just thought I would shoot a little video. Get all caught up and stuff and ramble away. So get this uploaded, do a little... Plant Goals did that cool window, so I'm going to mention that on my Instagram and shoot that out because it looks really cool. And then I'm just going to start mudding, probably go back up in the attic today because I don't think it's getting any warmer, so climb up there and start. There's a couple spots that need some a little more beefing up, and then we can start fixing all this drywall on the ceiling. So anyways, hope everybody's good, and yeah, I'm just keep plugging away and talk to you later.